What's good with y'all, man? Tutorial start back. I told y'all we was gonna drop another one, so here I am dropping another one. This one we focusing on specifically on editing and importance and creativeness, and the reason it's good and why you should be using this. If you ain't using it in your fights, you need to be using it, cause I'm gonna be using it. And if you fight me, I'm going to fight because I'm using it. But we on that 1,000 sub grind, so if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if this video end up helping you out in any way, shape, or form, make sure you come back, like the video, turn on post notifications so you know when I upload or go live. And with that said, we can go ahead and get right into this video. Alright, so I'm gonna just go ahead and let y'all watch this clip first, play it through, and then I'm gonna go back and talk to y'all right after this clip over. Alright, so this guy pull up. I missed a sniper shot right here. Yep, miss it. We end up hitting him for 433s and we drop down. We didn't drop and keep jumping around the fort. You know, like sometimes you drop and run around and place it because I didn't want him to know where I was. So I end up dropping. I edit through my own floor. Just edit one piece and you'll drop right through, and then you help it place another piece, and we end up being able to flank him and pick up on that kill. The second guy, he pulls up on me. So y'all saw in the clip, the second guy's gonna pull up on me. I'm gonna try to edit a door right here, and it's not gonna work. So that's a prime example for why you shouldn't use doors when you're like in build battles, because sometimes you're not gonna be able to fit through the door, and it makes a lot of noise. It just gives your position away. You want to be like as discreet and like creative, and be able to like just sneak around almost like pretty much. You want to be like sneaky when you're pretty much in like these fights, and it's supposed to be like a surprise. You don't want the enemy to know what you're about to do before you do it. They see that door open, oh, like, oh yeah, shotgun right to the face. You don't want to do that. So this dude pull up on me. I end up falling right there. I end up getting back up. I didn't do 180 quick enough. He ended up popping these shots. I should have been using wood. That's another thing. I should have been using wood right here because he just kept pushing right through my metal. But as you can see, I ended up taking the high ground back. Every time he push up, I just take the high ground, just trying to get a better angle on him. And then right here, he keeps pushing through. I end up switching to wood. And then, well, I ran out of metal. We dropped down. You see that edit right there? We dropped down, and then we end up picking up that kill because he didn't know where he was right after we edit. We're going to play that back right here. We edit down. You see he was facing the opposite way. He did not know where I came from. We dropped down on top of his head because we went over him. So anytime you're able to like even meet with 2 steps, you edit down and you come down on top of him because they'll be still facing the way that you cut him off on. And then we was able to get behind him, shoot him in the back. That shot that I shot on the way down, it actually hit, but it didn't register. If that makes sense, y'all know what I'm saying. I got the hit marker, but it didn't do any damage. That should have been a kill shot, blue pump, but we ended up picking up the kill anyway. Bro, I'm asleep. So this guy took my kill. I don't know how I didn't get that kill, but I pushed this guy, ended up finding the second pump. Why not use it? Push up on this guy, and we ended up picking up this kill like y'all saw. And then we got this guy, you see he's shooting me in the back. And I ended up putting those pyramids down on accident, but like I said, here's another example of me knowing how to edit. I actually forgot for a second that I'm like, what? I knew what I was trying to do, but I couldn't do it. And then I end up doing that, and I hear this guy pulling up on me. I edit these top two pieces so I can get out. Because as soon as someone's pulling up on you, we're gonna stop right there. As soon as somebody pulls up, you wanna be you don't want to sit there and keep trying to heal up. So he tries to push me, and I end up making sure I end up taking the high ground back. And right after right here, all right, right here. So we edit that piece. That's a move y'all can use. Soon as you cut them off, you want to hurry up and edit that piece because the majority, the player, not gonna know that you're coming down that soon, or not even gonna expect you to come down, and you'll have a shot on them clearly, pretty much every time. Especially if they try to run the opposite way, or they're just stuck, like confused and not knowing what to do. So as you see, we did that, and then he didn't know where he was because he didn't even know we dropped down, and we always want to know where they're at in the middle of the fight. So he went to go. He was trying to heal up or whatever he was trying to do. He was trying to hide so he could figure out where I was. And he starts hiding here. And then I start trying to shoot this and hurry up and put it, please. That's another thing you can do. When you hurry up and destroy someone's material, you hurry up and place your own piece just so you can edit it. And then you do an edit and shoot them through the hole or whatever piece that you edit. And then I wasn't working. I forgot that this was my fort. So we edit like that to expose him all the way. He didn't expect that to happen. We picked up that kill just like that. And one thing I want to say is, I know everybody not gonna be able to do this because they're new to the game or their bindings might not be as comfortable. So I say, if you're playing on keyboard and mouse, change your bindings so that you can pull like some of this stuff off, more like edit. I changed my edit to Q because that was more comfortable than G for me. Like if you're on controller, it's pretty much the same speed on controller, but make sure you're doing this stuff on controller, just doing it as fast as possible, so that you have an edge on your opponent when you're in these fights, and y'all see like the creativity that's coming and the surprise that you're killing people with because you know how to edit and they're not knowing where you're at. When you just on top, you got high ground or you drop down and they don't know where you're at pretty much because you did these specific edits. For this clip is not more in depth. I pretty much only use the steps and drop down with the steps in this clip. But this is just another example of how he didn't know I dropped down until I placed a wall in front of him after I dropped down. I only placed the wall, you saw in the clip, after I placed the wall before I killed him. I only placed the wall because I wanted to make sure I knew when he was coming around the wall and kind of line up my shot prematurely just so when he come around I can get the first shot off. So he ended up hopping out of there and then he go down. You see, that's another reason I say you don't use doors. I heard him come out of there as well. Even though if I didn't have to see him, I just know he escaped because I heard the door. So you want to build an edit that's not a door. Then I dropped down right here. I built the wall because I saw him coming along the wall. I wanted to get that first shot. As you saw, if that was a headshot, he'd be dead. And I just jumped to make sure he didn't hit my feet. That's pretty much that clip. All right, now this is something that's probably not as easy for players to pull off, but you'll be able to pull this off with practice, and you'll see me doing it, so you know of it and that you can do it. So right here, you see, I just put the flat, and I bust through. Right here, it didn't let me edit; it froze. And then I do it again just in case he pop a shot, and I got up there, and it was pretty much good night for him once I got up there. So that's something you can do once you get it down. If you're able to pull that off now, if you can edit quick and you don't do that when you're trying to take high ground, that's a good way to take high ground. I even sometimes do it with double ramps. I do both ramps, and then I'll fly through it, just make it harder for people to get damage on you while you're trying to take the high ground. Like I said, if y'all like the video or it helps you out any way, shape, or form, hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications and all that stuff. We live and we out. I catch y'all boys tomorrow.